Hey guys, welcome back to day 29 of this daily vlog cycle and day 17, I want to say. Yes, day 17 of the WePlay Pushka League. The day has rounded out. I've been playing some notes while watching the notes on the side. And this day wasn't the quickest, but it felt kind of decisive. It felt quick over with very early on, and I'll explain why. So we had Virtus Pro versus side of Team Spirit first up. That series ended up actually being a 2-1 in favor of Virtus Pro. Team Spirit did fight back. Game 2 looked actually phenomenal. GPK done a lot of work on his Lina to secure this game for Team Spirit, and it proved why actually everyone is like seeking to bring him into their teams, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that guy if Gambit is banded, which is the rumors right now. But Virtus Pro just showing their dominance in game number 1, really just utilizing the spec. I love the fact that they forced it in game 2 to see if it was actually counterable. And Team Spirit, they did manage to do it with that Lina plus the Slark, but they had to work for it, and they actually show how formidable they can be when they turn up. But then adjustments were made in game 3. Turns out Team Spirit especially forgot to ban out the techies, which did cause a lot of frustration. Eventually, the side of Virtus Pro was able to run out their opponents by the 25-minute mark to take a 2-1 victory over the side of Team Spirit, ensuring that Virtus Pro got the needed points to not be in a tiebreaker playoff scenario with Fly to Moon. Fly to Moon, as a result, will be relegated to Division 2 alongside Team Spirit, I believe. Of course, I think they get a qualifier option to try and come up to Division 1 as a catch. We'll see how it goes. And speaking of Division 2 stuff, on the other side of things, we're going to actually move on because there's going to be Nigma versus Secret. It's the second series that happened. I actually just want to double check while I'm talking about this because I've been informed that we're going to have playoffs to see. I believe it is for Division 2. I want to make sure I get this right. I believe it is for Division 2. But I'll get confirmation of that so I can when I talk about it tomorrow. But next up we had Enigma versus Secret. In this one, Secret did take it 2-0 very decisively over Enigma. 29-minute, then 24-minute game. And they did Storm Spirit work, which is impressive in itself. It's not a hero we see too often at the moment. Enigma still looking kind of detached with what they want to do with their drafts. You know, they had this Bounty Hunter as well as a Brewmaster and a Naga in the lineup. It seemed a bit disjointed. Yes, they had the double minus because you had the Naga plus the Shadow Fiend, but it just felt the Secrets was more cohesive and quicker off the lanes. It gave them the win in game 1, and then game 2, I love the fact that Enigma did try to run this Spirit Breaker, but even when they get the Pug and the Necrophos, even when they get everything they want, Secret just getting access to the Timbersaw up against all that and a Lycan push strat just enabled them to take over the game and ball out of control in a way that Enigma couldn't deal with. And then the final series of the day was a Ninjas in Pajamas one. Ninjas in Pajamas are gonna be kicking themselves on this one. OG definitely have proven themselves to be a not so easy target even after they reached a point where they could no longer qualify for the playoffs. But Ninjas in Pajamas have just been falling from the heights. It's been a downward spiral and it's never really turned around. They managed to take game 1 off the back of a Bounty Hunter draft, focus around the BH, enabling the Terrorblade as the game went on, and it did look pretty damn good. OG, on the other hand, tried to run an Arcwood that was maybe a little bit too slow, but then OG, they turn it around. They get their run-at-you type aggression. They pick this Leshrac in conjunction with the Void Spirit, the Beastmaster that pushes you off the lane as a booster force. Just overwhelm the force of Nip. And in the third game, they basically done a similar thing. Instead of the Beastmaster, they had a Lycan to replace it. They still had the Leshrac, and they looked hot as they ended up in that third game, taking down Ninjas Pajamas 22 minutes in. Nip, they're going to have to step it up. Honestly, the way these guys started the group stage, they looked on fire, right? They 2-1 the side of OG Seed. Then they go to 2-0 Liquid. Then the next series up, I believe, what was the score? It was, yeah, it was 2-0 against Nigma. But maybe it's more that we were deceiving ourselves, because you get that point. You actually think about those teams. Liquid at the start of this tournament looking pretty goddamn rough. OG Seed finished in last overall now in the group's total. And then Nigma proven themselves to look pretty rough right now as they sit 1 win, 5 losses overall. So to give too much credit to Nip, I think is wrong. I think they've done good to win those series, but they haven't improved. And that's kind of the name of the game here. It's a bit worrying now going into the playoffs because I believe that means they'll probably go up against Hellraisers, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe it's the person in last faces the person in first in CIS. And that is going to be one hell of a match. It's not going to be easy for Pajamas. They're going to have to go to the drawing board, figure this out very quickly as they only get 1 day break before they come in, I believe. And you can guarantee Hellraisers are not going to go easy on them. But turns out that's not all the action we've got, actually. Tomorrow was meant to be a break day, but we're actually going to have one series for Division 1, which is going to be Nigma versus OG Seed in a tiebreaker best of one to see who is just going to be out and who is going to automatically get a spot into Division 2, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I'm reading up on these rules now because I'm getting the info through now, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're actually playing for. But yeah, the overall standings for those that aren't sure: CIS, Hellraisers, Virtus Pro, VP Prodigy, and Na'Vi. Those last three teams actually did draw on overall wins, but it came down to total wins in series and losses, right? So Virtus Pro was 10-6, VP Prodigy was 9-6, and Na'Vi was 9-7. But then it came to the matchup between the two. But the other side, Team Secret, top of the groups with 5-1. Alliance just behind them with 5-1, having one less win overall and two more losses. And then Team Liquid 4-2. Ninja Pajamas just about scraping through with a 3-3 victory. OG 2-4 in the end. It looked like they might be able to stage a comeback. That's got to be a heartbreaker. If they managed to beat OG Seed, they actually could have still made it here. Case. But tomorrow we will have that Nigma versus OG Seed matchup to see who is going to definitely just have a guaranteed spot into the Division 2 for Season 2 of the Pushka League. Nigma, you usually would give it to them here, but honestly, I think OG Seed have an opportunity to take this, especially in a BO1. Nigma's going to have to come out pretty stable, and that's been looking like a rough possibility just out of their reach the last few days. Whereas OG Seed are the type of team that I could see maybe over-experimenting, but at the same time, maybe in a best-of-one, over-experiment can work to your advantage if you catch your opponents off guard with an ultra counter or a cheesy type pick. So I'm going to be ballsy here and say I think OGC is going to take that one. But I will be on the panel for that. I need to get confirmation if we're going to be doing both the best-of-ones, because there's also a Division 2 match happening tomorrow, which is going to be between the sides of Team Unique and Nova. And that will kick off at a later time, actually, I think. Usually the day begins at 11 UTC. It looks like we should be beginning at about 15 UTC. So I'll hopefully catch you guys there. Let me know if you think that Nigma can bounce this back, or if you think that OGC are going to run waiver and ensure that OG keep both their people guaranteed, both their teams guaranteed in the Pushka League in some form or some way. It would be pretty hype actually to see those two sides facing off in the same division on the Season 2 of Pushka League. That's going to be it here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check in on WePlay Esports /_EN tomorrow, where you'll be able to catch me on the panel. I should be joined by, I believe, I'm going to be joined by Harry Freak and I don't remember if it's Liz or Carl. Now I'm definitely checking this. 1 sec. Hasn't been filled in. I believe it is going to be. Oh. I think it might be Harry freaking Carl, actually. Nah, I'm good. That could be able to work with. But that's going to be it. I'm going to go get some sleep because I need to get up in the morning. Make sure I'm prepped for that. I'll hopefully see you then. And I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll look forward at the brackets and see who we think is going to come out ahead. Maybe we'll make some. I think what we'll do, actually, because it's technically a break day and it should be not too much work, not a long day of work, is I'll come home and I'll actually do who I think is going to win, what I think the overall power ranking is going to be, that sort of video. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's going to be it for now. Thank you for tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next one.